Hi, everyone, and welcome to my descriptive speech. Straight off the bat, I'm going to put a disclaimer that the topic that I'm going to speak about in regards to a significant life event may or may not make you feel uncomfortable. If at any point you feel that way, it's okay to exit out of my speech and go view somebody else's speech. In addition to that, I may or may not cry. The feelings pertaining to that event are still very raw, even if it's been 4 years later. So the date is November 1st, 2022, and that's the date that I fled my home due to domestic violence. I was in a 12-year abusive and very toxic and unhealthy relationship. Initially, at the beginning of that relationship, I wore rose-colored glasses, and all those red flags, they really just looked like flags. And initially, it started off with a lot of emotional and verbal abuse, but slowly over time, it escalated to where there were holes in the walls, and items of mine being broken, like my phone or my laptop. And it got to the point where it just became so very dangerous, and even speaking out or having feelings pertaining to that would result in explosive behaviors from him. It wasn't safe. And given that I was a stay-at-home mom of 3 children, one with severe disabilities, I didn't have a job, and I didn't have a driver's license, it made it really difficult for me to even think or attempt to even leave. It wasn't until a safety plan was created with the help of many different organizations and the Leominster Police Department where I was able to flee safely. That moment was so very defining for me and extremely scary. I had 2 restraining orders against my ex-husband. It was just a very dangerous moment in my life. But November 1st, 2022 was the date where I was free. And it was the first moment in my life where I really felt safe because I was no longer in an environment where I felt unsafe. And the one thing that I took away from leaving, despite how hard it was that violence grew in silence. And speaking up about it is what led me to become safe, and not only me becoming safe, but my children as well. And I didn't want them to stay in an environment where they learned that a toxic and unhealthy relationship is okay, because it's not. So that moment in itself, that date, is so extremely defining for me. It's significant in my life, and it helped shape me into the person that I am now. And I don't look at things. I don't even look at myself in the way I was before. I'm a completely different person. You know, I have a driver's license. I have my own vehicle. I have a job. I have my own place, and I feel like I'm in a better position, and I'm growing and finding my own self and being able to provide for my children in ways that I never thought even possible. So I want to thank all of you for listening to my speech. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.